Whoa! Wow! We are live. We are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and kitty cats of all ages. My name is Sundar Kronquist, and this is your open mic night. It's Wacky Wednesday. That's right. And I'm feeling a little wacky. You know, they had a protest, and I couldn't get through traffic. So I figure if I went like this, am I going to get canceled for that? I'm sorry. Anyway, I thought it would work just to let you guys know this is how I'm wired. No, really, I'm wired this way. So this is a new strand. This is a new breed of hair weave, okay? I went from llama to, llama to wires. So what they're doing actually is they're checking my brain. Instead of me staying in the hospital and getting toxic shock, I can be in my house and electrocute myself and get executed by just jumping in the shower, forgetting. These are the kind of things that happen, but it would be even funnier if I dropped it and my husband was in the bathtub. No, I'm kidding! Because his hair would be all over. Oh, my God. Listen, talk about cotton comes to Harlem. My kids are coming tomorrow. And I don't do anything right. You've never heard any. I mean, the things that they say are just incredible. Like, I had a life before y'all was born. You know what I mean? Like, you got a good 20 years with me. You better enjoy it, because once I go into dementia, I'm going back to Studio 54 and I'm staying there. And I'm not moving, because there I can get high and not drop dead and just have more fun. And now kids just can't do it anymore. They can't party. I wouldn't try. Can you imagine somebody talking about... Let me just say this. You knew you were in love at Studio 54 when the guy passed you the little $100 bill. And then you go to the ladies' room and you come back and he says, keep it. And you're like, okay, now I'm going to have to touch that later. But that's amazing, because there's other people who are like, where's my $100 bill? Okay, that's the whole take. I found a man in my house. I'm not going to even get into that, because I also found a man in my car. It wasn't my car, it was a rental car. And I don't know how long he was in my car, but I pulled up to Pink Dot, and he had a cloak on, and he had a walking stick. And I said to him, what are you doing in my car? I said, get the hell out of my car. And he did. And then I said, shut my door. And he did. Isn't that crazy? Because, you know, when you're not in your own vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Like, the seatbelt went this way, mine went this way or something, but then I turned around, I was like, what is he doing in my car? Well, one night, I was so high. How high was I? What did we trip on? My God, this has to be this is after high school. This is in college, my freshman year. I think it was MESC, right? Mescaline, right? What do you guys call it now, mushrooms? Oh my God. I'm trying to think of, I know what happened. So here I am driving on this, okay? And we go to buy some pot, because, you know, when you're coming down, it's a bad feeling. So even worse feeling than that is when you get ripped off and they sell you cotton balls in that bag, okay? So now I jump out the car and I'm like, okay, because I'm getting ready to call the po-po right now, because y'all gonna give me what I paid for. This woman looked at me and she said, get back in the car, bitch, before we kick your ass. And I got right back in the car. I obeyed. I got back in the car. And because I'm from Patterson, and I'm from that side of the tracks, like, I don't belong there, and I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be there. So I would hang out with everybody, you know, just hanging out the pool room. It was just fun. You know, when I bring my white friends over there, they were like, this is fun. I was like, I know, right? This is fun. Okay, pool room, you see people sprawled out. They don't fall. It's amazing. Because in Patterson, they make the best heroin. That's what I heard. But the way they go down is like a grand plie. You would think you're in a class with Debbie Allen. And don't ever fall. And everything's $5. Isn't that crazy? Patterson's the home of the $5 nigga. That's it, $5. Yo, see this here? You see this here plant? Well, I can get you. I only get it for $5. I'll sell you $5 because I did $5. Oh God, drugs. We were talking about one of our comedian friends. She had a little problem. No, she didn't have a problem. It was her parents that had a problem. And it's hard when you have that kind of stuff where you were just washing your face. And where'd your Avon go? My Avon. They don't know what Avon is. You know what Avon is? Back in the day, white people would ring doorbells and they would say, Avon's calling. And when black people rang doorbells, they'd say, Jehovah's Witnesses, and they'd run. So that's why I joined the Jehovah's Witness protection program. I actually paid for that joke, and somebody stole it and used it on television. That's okay. But it was written by not me. Just like that Ricky Lake joke, I've got to get straight. Poor Ricky Lake. I love Ricky Lake. I'm sorry. Everything, I got to tell you got to do your homework. You got a talk show, sometimes you got to do your homework, because I'm bad, too. I'm no good. I had talk show for 10 seasons, and I screwed up a lot. But Kathy Griffin is talking to Martin Short. And she says, the way you keep your marriage together is amazing. The excitement. How do you do it? Is it like weekend dinners? And he goes, she's just there for me. Just there for me. She goes, I know. Because me and Frank and da-da-da. And he says, when she passed away 4 years ago, and Kathy's face is like, and I was just like, I know she did not. His wife is dead. He's definitely dead. It was so horrible. So now Ricky Lake has me on her show, and they promised not to talk about my lawsuit. And she says, so, tell me, how are things now at Thanksgiving now that your mother-in-law sued you? How uncomfortable is it now? I said, actually, it's more comfortable than ever. She said, why is that? I said, because she's dead. And she got canceled that day. And I felt so bad. It was a beautiful studio. And I've worked with her before in Working Girl. And she was just great. Ricky Lake was great. I always thought she was ending up with a black guy, though. I don't know why. Didn't she seem like she needed one? She was always getting divorced. Because, another one's Halle Berry. Everybody said, oh, my gosh, she's gorgeous. I bet when she gets ready to have sex, she puts on, like, a turtleneck sweater or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what she's doing, but how can you're Halle Berry, how are you always not having a man? And driving through the friggin' liquor store window. How do you do that? You can't drive through the liquor store window, but what you can do is give a round of applause to your comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman, who's working hard for us tonight. That's right. And we are the little clock that can, and we are the club that could. And if you love us, let us know at LA School of Comedy on all platforms. You can follow me on Sunday Live on all platforms. And for your comic delight, I present to you the comedy of the one and only Samantha Linderman. Let her hear it!
Thank you so much, everybody. It's a Wacky Wednesday. I'm so happy to be here in Westwood. Not everybody loves Westwood, but I think it's just like the perfect amount of boring and a little bit of excitement for me right now at my like stage of life. Like if it was any more exciting, I don't know what would be happening. You saw how I tried to adjust the mic. I just gave up. It's like that's what I do probably every time I'm on stage. I'm like, move on, like just move on. That's something that I've heard a lot, like let go, and I'm like, how? It's like, when someone's like you speak to somebody about something that so upsets you obviously for like 15 minutes, and they go, you know what, you just need to let it go. Thought I just did. I let it go to you. You know what I mean? I don't understand. Let it go where? Let it go where? You mean, for my pilot? For my show? You think I should make this for my show? You think I should pitch this? Let it go. Let it go into a Google Doc. Let's share it. Yeah, I am that person lately who's just been telling people, you need to get on the podcast. They go, what's the name of the podcast? They go, what's the name of our podcast? Like, it's a crazy behavior. My mother heard me say it to my dentist. And the moment we stepped out of the office, she goes, you could never say the word podcast again. She was like, you could never say, and now she's going to be on a podcast. So she goes, just don't bring it up to the dentist. I tried to be a big shot at the dentist about happened. He threw a crazy number at me, and this whole time I'm saying podcast. I don't want him to think I'm like, I don't know. And I was like, he was like, are you sure you don't want to call your mother? Because I was like, oh, my mom's gonna go crazy, and I didn't. And then she came in, and she scared the dentist so bad. He tried to make a joke. He was like, because I want your mom to like me, and she didn't laugh. So I was like, oh my God. Because once somebody finds out you're a comedian, it's their chance to audition. It doesn't even matter if they don't even ask what you've been on. They don't ask anything. They're like, oh, you're a comedian? Well, this one time I walked into a bar, and I walked into the bar. Like, it's like, and I took the bar. And I'm like, you're like, dude, like, I don't know. I feel like Uber should have a situation where they should only have people in entertainment. and they in the back seat, like you pitch to each other, whatever. It's like 50% off for everybody. You know what I mean? But it's like a free, like a WeWork situation. I don't know. It's like like you're taking me to an audition. I'll tell you about the next one. I don't know. I just went back to school. It's very exciting. I'm at LA City College, and it's like, I don't know, because I tried like a 4-year, first of all, thank you. I tried a 4-year institute. I tried Cal Poly SLO. Everybody there's like, I'm going to be an engineer, and if I don't, my parents are going to die unsafe and unhappy. But let's go surfing. And I'm like, so how do you surf and do mushrooms and like go to the gym and be an engineer? So I joined a frat. And I was like, how can I do it? No. But everybody at LACC is doing something different. I love it. It's like for everybody, like their own path. It's actually very exciting. But I was like, let me, you know, I'm going back to school. Let me get a major that's something realistic. So I was like, I'm going to do theater arts. And not even acting, you know what I mean? I didn't even realize it when I thought I was like theater arts. That's not TV, you know, so we'll see. Theater arts, I want to be in a movie. I'm on stage being like, I want to be in a movie. But it's okay. I think it's going to be great. My professor was really cool. He was like, it was one of those things where it was like, today you can be late, but no other day. And I was like, oh, he's cool, you know, like he's actually cool. Today in English class, we had a reading quiz. That was crazy. That threw me back. I don't know. It's just so weird being, I guess, back in school. Yeah. But I keep making these friends who are all in their 50s. So they make me feel young, of course. What do you say? They're drawn to me, I guess. My mom's like, stop telling people to go to the school of comedy, but I keep doing it. What was I saying? Oh, podcast. So I ran into this man who sold me a very distinct hat on the street in West Hollywood. I live in West Hollywood. And he's always selling like hats, whatever, jewelry, whatever. I got him down from 20 to 15, and my friend's like, go for 10. I go, where do you think you are? Where do you think you are? Like, and also you're embarrassing me. Like, this, do you want the hat? You know, like, I have a problem. I keep buying hats. I don't wear them. You will never see me wear that. I mean, I wore it twice on stage. But I told him, I was like, you need to get on the podcast. This man, like, tears start welling up in his eyes. He's like, I'm not ready. And I'm like, dude, I'm not ready. I don't have the name yet. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Let's just follow each other on Instagram. Let's just be calm about it. My podiatrist was so excited to find out I was a comedian. He will, actually, no, it was the nurse, and he'll ask my mom, how's her comedy doing? And I'm like, I need to put comedy under HIPAA. You know what I mean? I need to put that under, because when your therapist wants to come to your comedy show, what do you say? No? What do you do? Set a boundary? That's what we're working on, you know? So it's like, I couldn't be like, don't come, but I also wanted to be like, okay, invite me to your wedding. Or at least have me perform. Okay. That would have been, whatever, missed opportunity. Maybe at the next one. I can't picture just therapists like, what, you live the perfect life. I know it's not true. I know therapists have therapists and therapists and therapists, but there's that show out. Have you seen that show? It's called Couples Therapy. I don't think it's called that. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Sometimes I'll say things with full conviction. This new show out, it's called, but it's actually fascinating. And everybody's like, why would you talk about like the innermost parts of your relationship on TV? And then I think it came out, it's like, well, you get 50% off. And I'm like, I would do that. Like, that's what they do on that show Below Deck. I'm going to close on this. I love the show Below Deck. It's a show about super yachts and the people who work on them and the drama and whatever. And it's just so crazy. It's like, it was like a group from Ohio, but the moment they stepped on the super yacht, they were like the most regal. They were like, there's no drink in my hand. And I'm like, are you like this at fucking like Hooters? Like, what this is, because they give them 50% on the super yacht. So I guess what I'm saying is we need to get LA School of Comedy on a boat, plane, train. And okay, so September 17th, we have our open house. I'm going to use the word free acting workshop. We have the young actors workshop that starts from 4:30 to 6:30. And then we have the adult one, 7 to 9:30. And it's right here, 10835. We're collaborating, 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard, collaborating with Film Actors Cafe. And do you want me to screen. Okay. I am so excited to bring up this next comedian. She's a fierce femme fatale. Welcome to the stage, Mary Jane, everybody!
Mary Jane! Thank you for having me. She said fierce fatale. I'm like, I'm African American. Damn it. Oh, thank y'all for having me. Yes, my name is Mary Jane. I'm not the same shit that you are smoking on, okay? I'm some different shit. Y'all, I'm getting old. You know, I found the gray hair on my pussy lip the other day. I had to take my camera. I was like, oh, my Lord. You know, I had to fish for the other ones. You know, how many am I working with? And I just found one. You know, I went to the bathroom. I got some root touch-up. Sprayed it on there, but I didn't check the damn color. You know, I poured on jet black, and I'm a number 2. You know, my husband knew something was up. And what's up with that one gray hair? What does that one hair mean? I guess one pussy lip is more wiser than the other, you know. So I just leaned to the left, y'all. That's the wise side. I know I'm getting older. You know, me and my husband, we have been married for 12 years, y'all. Yes, thank you. It's okay to clap it up for black love. You got to claim your spouse, at least during tax time, so you can get that extra kick, goddamn. You know, me and my husband haven't been married that long necessarily because of love. Our life insurance policy ain't high enough for us to kill each other yet. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he is in there snoring and farting in the middle of the night, and I want to take him out with that damn pillow, I think $5,000 ain't enough for me to quit my damn job. So I just twist his nipples, slap his dick, and I keep loving him, goddamn it. And you know what? In my younger age, I'm starting to see that things are changing in my older age. I used to be able to fuck to a whole Usher CD. You remember that? You know, or Bon Jovi, Taylor Swift, whatever y'all was fucking to, right? I could fuck to. But now, soon as the interlude comes on, I start to break down like a transformer. I go from Mary Jane to Optimus Grind real quick, you know. Stuff is tough. I used to have all the cool shit on my mantle when I was younger. You know, my Johnny Walker Reds, my 1800s, my Wild Irish Rose, and my Patron. I ain't got none of that shit on my mantle now. All I got is Aleve, Pepto, Advil. I even got one of those icy hot patches on my back that Shaq be talking about. That motherfucker been heating up since the show started, okay? Getting older is some shit, man. And now my kids are starting to point it out to me, you know. I was trying to make a reference to my son the other day. He's 18 years old. We've all seen The Water Boy, Bobby Boucher, H2O. He's like, Mom, I never seen that movie. He got on his phone and Googled it. He's like, Mom, you know I wasn't born in the 1900s. I was like, fuck you. Goddamn. 19s. That cut me deep. You out the wheel with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when I think about the 1900s, I think about Harriet Tubman and slavery, you know. You trying to say I'm that old? They ask me questions, make me feel older. They was like, Mama, when you was growing up, did you have folding money? Yes. What you thought I had, coins and shillings? You trying to say I'm a surfer at night, just say that, you know. They was like, Mama, when you was growing up, did you have games? Or did you used to play with sticks and balls? Like, no, I wasn't a slave. I had Nintendo. Goddamn. How old do you think I am? Having kids is tough. You know, I got 6 kids at the house. Yes, come help me take care of some of them. I got some light-skinned ones with some good baby hairs. They'll fit right into your family tree, okay? Help a sister out. And I got 5 teenage boys at the house. My boys are jacking off in every damn corner. I'm dodging cum like I'm dodging the Matrix and shit. And then I don't live in such a good neighborhood, so on one end I'm dodging cum, on the other end I'm dodging bullets. Shit sound like a weird-ass BET movie, don't it? Coming bullets, 3,000 at your face. Written and produced by Tyler Perry. They got all them damn bad wigs. I love my kids, man. They always messing with me. And I know I'm getting older, but my friend, she called me up and she said I hadn't became a grown woman yet. And I was like, I've been doing anal. She was like, oh no, wait a minute. She said, not that. I said, okay, because I was ready, you know. Been ready years ago. She was like, no, you got to go out and get a wax. I said, a wax? she didn't tell me too much. She said she had a 2-for-1 coupon like we was going to Popeyes, and I got excited. You know what I'm saying? She only told me 2 things. She said to make sure I had on some stretchy fuzzy pants. Check. That's usually what the fuck I wear anyway. And she said to make sure that the hair down there was as long as Chewbacca's. Bitch, check. It looked like I've been at sea for 15 years. I am ready to go. So I got in my damn car with my inspired ass temp tags and my coupon. I went down to the waxing facility. Now, when I got back there into the room, I was a little nervous, but I was also confused because the table they wanted me to lay on was lined with baking sheet paper. And I didn't bring no cookies, no muffins, you know. I wasn't prepared for this visit. It was a lady in there. She had her back turned. She had on a doctor's coat, but I knew the bitch didn't have no type of doctor school. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't look me in my eyes. She didn't ask for my credit score. She told me to take off my damn drawers. I immediately texted her certificates on the wall. And I went ahead and took off my drawers. But I kept my legs tight like Virgin because I didn't know her last name or her mama. You know what I'm saying? She turned around. She had a thick-ass popsicle stick, but it wasn't a popsicle on it. It had some pink swirly stuff on it. And she said, "Can you please give me a butterfly?" I said, "Ma'am, I have never tried that position, okay?" And she said, "Do you want me to set you up?" I said, "Sweetheart, you're going to have to." So she grabbed my ankles like drumsticks on a turkey, and she cocked me open now. And then she took that thick popsicle stick, and she just flicked it on my vagina, y'all. She didn't move my whole clit, lips, or nothing. I don't even think she had her eyes open. Where it landed was where it landed. It was hot, it was cold, it was everything. I was like, ooh, ooh. After a few moments, she looked deeply into my eyes, and she went to pat it like this. I said, "Ma'am, I am not a pack of Newport 100s. What the fuck?" She said, "I'm trying to make sure that it's hard." I said, "I got a clit, not a dick." She said, "The wax." I said, "Okay, bitch, we on the same damn page." After a few moments of all that rapping and tapping, she went to rip it off like a bad wig. I wanted to scream. My mouth was open. My ass cheeks had clenched up. I was now one with this baking sheet paper. As I sit there, my mouth was open. Tears came down my face. She said, "Ma'am, do you have any questions for me?" I said, "You damn right. I got 2 questions for you. First of all, can you check my damn coupon? Is this the shit that I'm paying for? And then my second question is, can you check the damn trash receptacle? I think some of my pussy lips is still connected to the paper." So, you know, she moved around a couple Chick-fil-A boxes and shit. And it was just Asian pussy lips in there, and it was Black History Month, so I couldn't take that. You know what I'm saying? It is tough being a lady. Men don't have to get all that shit done, man. I've been watching them late night commercials. Some of my friends are calling me, telling me that they pissing on themselves at night, or when they laugh too hard, you know. That's why I don't wear them damn rompers. I feel like a baby, you know. It just got 4 holes in it. You just get it on. My husband got to help me take it off. I got to lay down. He got to scoot it off and shit. Getting old, man. So I've been watching these Depends commercials, getting prepared for when I have a little sprinkle tinkle. And the Depends commercials have really changed dynamic. Because, see, it used to be a older lady, and she was 90 years old, barely here, you know, barely with us. And she had on a pissy, swole diaper. And she was always in the grocery store pushing the cart. It cut to commercial. Depends. That was it. Now the Depends commercials have changed up. Now it's a younger lady. She's in her mid to late 30s, and she always has on a tight silhouette dress. And she's always crouched down in a meeting for some reason. And throughout this whole meeting, this bitch is pissing, okay? She putting people on hold and pissing. She taking interviews for the next week, and she is pissing. And nobody seems to have a problem with this. She goes outside, does a little jig, throws up her hands. Depends, silhouettes. They got lace on them now. They even got them in different flavors and shit. You can piss on yourself and smell like mangoes at the same damn time. And you know, now they got to start to get different ethnic crowds buying up these Depends. But they got black people in different settings. They got Shamika in the club just twerking. But Shamika is pissing. And it's a dude grinding up behind her. And he starts to get a whiff. And he like, "Girl, is that grape?" And Shamika looks the camera right in the face. "No, it's papaya." I was like, I knew it. Y'all, thank y'all so much. My name is Mary Jane.
Where do we find you?
And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram. It's Mary Sherrod, MarySherd, or on Facebook, Mary Jane. That's Jayne. Or you can find me at my house, but that shit is harassment. Thank y'all so much.
Don't leave. We're gonna talk real quick.
Okay.
Here. That Harriet Tubman should be the crescendo. Think of two other ones. And people,
Okay.
places, names, and things. I want you to be more specific. I want you to say how many kids.
Okay.
Okay? And
Yes.
then you have to use their real names, but like, come on, you got Jerry in this corner. You got all these boys, and you understand?
Yes.
Tom, Jerry, Dick, Peter, whatever, and they're all coming out.
Yeah.
They're all coming out.
Yes.
All these boys in here, there's no tissues.
Yes.
Everybody's in the corner. What's going on? And then they act like you're not doing anything. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
And what was the joke about Tubman?
That's how old I felt because he said 1900s.
Right. Make that the. Who else could we use? What was the other one that's going to be identifiable with everybody? That's the problem. Like Miss Jane Pittman.
Okay.
You know her, do you?
No. I was gonna roll with it.
Oh my God.
We gotta do identifiable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Because white people would be like Hillary Clinton and so and so.
Right.
We have to think because we're trying to make it where kids can understand too, and only Harriet Tubman seems to be making it.
And that's like late 1800s.
Right.
She died early 1900s.
But she was a genius.
Yes.
And now listen, who's the guy with the hair?
Frederick Douglass.
Right.
I thought yes.
Is that his hair? I'm kidding.
Somebody's.
But
He
we
wore
can
it.
think of this one more, and then just the way they. What do you think? I'm doing like Harriet Tubman, because that's what these kids are. They are entitled.
Yes.
They have no idea. And I love the fact that you can go back and talk about your experience in the salon, and I think you should really peel back the layers more, where she
Okay.
comes up to you. Oh, I'm having change. First, you're going to take off that depends.
Yeah.
It depends on when you do the depends joke.
Yes. But it can be before now.
Right. I'm saying, right. If you're going to do the depends, it's funny. It's a callback because you got the depends. And now you got the crotches depends. Now you got what's the other one now? You got to have the mesh hose depends.
Yes.
You got the lace depends. And make it. Make that cake. Frost
Yeah.
that cake. You got so many layers to add on. And give your kids names.
Okay.
Specificity. Maybe you don't want to use their names and get sued like me. So don't do what I do.
All
So
right.
give it a fake name. You know what I'm saying? No, he's laughing. No, when you get sued and it's your mother-in-law, it's hard. So you don't know what your son might do if he's mad at you,
Right about that.
right?
Yeah.
So we're going to give some fake names if we have to. And then you got some kids that aren't even yours that are there, right?
Yeah.
You have to add that on because you know there's somebody else's kid you got.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. Always somebody else's kids.
Yeah.
They're hungry.
Hungry.
They're
And
hungry.
hungry and horny. Yes.
Good. Maybe because they're coming into their self, hairy, horny, and what's
And hungry.
and hungry.
The triple H's.
Because they're hormonal. That's right.
Yes. Hairy, hungry, horny,
Right.
hormonal.
Right. No, or you could say, and I'm hormonal. I want them to get the hell out of my house. It's hot.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom.
I see it.
And then at the close, always be succinct in where you can be found and be brief.
Okay.
If you're found on more than one platform as Mary Jane with a Y, say on so-and-so, so-and-so, you can find me Mary Jane, that's Jayne, and on such and such a thing, I'm under Beep Bop Bo.
Okay.
Boom. All right? And then you're not going to be messing with that mic at that time. It'll either be like this or it'll be in the stand so that they can hear you
Got it.
and know where to find you. Sorry.
Fine. Thank you.
She's like, I never heard this before. I just came to a spot. I have to work on a new act. I don't know how that's going to be.
Awesome. It's going to be awesome.
No, you have to understand something. Like now, it's like this age thing, like where you could lie about your age. forever until they start sending you shit about Social Security. You're like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. No, that's not my age. You can't. And it's definitely different when these guys say things like, I really like MILFs. And I always say, a mother I like to feed. Because I get embarrassed, you know what I mean? God, I said to my kids, make sure you have your book together. Because, you're women, you have to have your book with your list. My daughter's like, what book? I go, you list, who you been with. She's like, you got a book? I was like, well, not a book, but, it's in the book. She was like, can I see the list? I was like, no. I ain't seeing my list. Just know that song. 5, 10, so many men. But when you wake up with the guy with the star in his tooth, that's when you know, yes, a star in his tooth. And you're like, what are you doing in my bed? And he's like, you drove me here. Who's saying that to me? Someone's telling me to get the hell off the stage. It's okay. Listen, we're having really interesting nights here because, look, I can do it. I'm electric. On the party line. Do you realize I could get executed? This is terrible. Hopefully there's no roaches on here. I'll tell you what happened on my mother on a bus. She said to me, she had a new wig, and she said, this is what I hate. She said, when niggas be looking at you on the bus, she said, she's trying to see if this is my real hair. And the woman said, excuse me, ma'am. And my mother said, what is it? And she said, you got a roach in your wig. And she couldn't feel it because it's not funny, roaches and farts, right? Because when you grow up, you're like, I'm never going to deal with another roach or another fart. Oh, it's horrible. Isn't it horrible? Do you know what I read? In Africa, one man was incarcerated, but 3 men beat up one guy for farting. So, look, I'm not African, and I could prove it because I wear deodorant. But what I'm saying is that's a joke for all my African friends, and some of my best friends are African. And it's the truth. I also saw African deodorant in England, and I got it from my husband because he ain't African, but he sure can get funky up in there, okay? Because you got to use a washcloth. It's funny how white people are always like, oh, my God, how's your skin like that? How do you get your skin like that? You're like, you wash your ass, and you wash your face with a washcloth. It's called exfoliation. No, I got to stop because sometimes I slip. That's the one thing. That's the kind of guy you want, the kind of guy that's afraid to drop the soap when he's alone in the shower. So come on in. The water's fine. Hey, 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 it's Carrie. There ain't another Carrie around. He's too busy swinging. He's getting ready to frown. 'Cause you gotta get up here. You gotta giggle, make us laugh. Go up on stage left, please, and get ready to hear Mr. Fab. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give you the funny, the comedy of the one and only Carrie Fab. Let him hear you. Woo. Looking good.
How about our hostess for the mostess? Let's hear it. All the way from Tokyo? Arigato. Oh, Sam's here tonight. Hey, you're doing it all. What a day. You have no idea. At 10 to 7, I was outside the front door. That was right after I went to the mobile station. I got 2 Gatorades, sugar-free. I went in my pocket. I had no money. This is a story from hell. I wanted to look good tonight. I had an hour and a half before this show. The show I wrote for the show is not going to happen tonight. This is too fucking ridiculous, what happened to me. This afternoon in my office, I work in a real estate office. Everybody's dressed. It's in Beverly Hills. And somebody says, your ass is showing. They weren't lying. I had a fucking split in my jeans all the way fucking down, and I don't wear underwear. So my ass was showing. Sam, you should have been there. I'm sure it was a sight to be seen because I didn't see it, but a lot of other people did. So the whole day I'm walking around holding my pants together, and I'm walking down the street, Beverly, going to this place and going to that place, and finally I get back in my car, and I'm like, I gotta get some clothes for tonight, because I can't go on stage and say, you know, I'm a holy Jew. Because I didn't think that would fly, you know? So, here we go. I run to the mobile station. I get a couple of Gatorades. I go to the desk, and I reach into my pocket, and my fucking cash is not there.
Oh, God.
But what happened to my cash? So I got done working at my previous job early. I went to the mall. I went to my favorite fucking store, Zara. I walked out of Zara with not only one of these shirts and one of these pants, but 3 of these pants and 3 of these shirts and $650. Later, I walk out of Zara. But the fucking idiot rolls up the jeans that are ripped to shreds and throws them in the trash can outside of Zara. And I proceeded to come here. And I came here, and I did the Gatorade thing, and I went, and my fucking money was in the jeans. 600 large in fresh $100 bills. So I fucking drove all the way back there. Caught the security guy. Dude, this is what happened. I went into Zara, I bought the clothes, I threw out my jeans. What'd you throw out? A ripped pair of jeans. There was a lot of valuables in it. I told them I didn't want to tell them what was in it because these guys, you know, they steal your money.
Right.
I said, I went into the trash can and it was empty. Take me to security. Because nobody saw me throughout these jeans, because I looked to see, just in case somebody wanted to steal my jeans, I was throwing out the jeans. You know, it's the mall, people are looking through the garbage. And my jeans were gone. I was so livid, inside, burning, raging. And it came to me about this routine I was going to do tonight, but this was just too good. So I just attacked security. Get me to head of security. This is what's got to happen. Somebody cleaned out the garbage, and my jeans were in the garbage, and I was in the security. Of course, he couldn't do anything. Gustavo? I'm fucked. And I'm like, Gustavo, say something to the person you're speaking to on the telephone. I told you there's a lot of money. You have a walkie-talkie. Call the man that picked up the garbage. And Gustavo's sitting behind the desk just looking at the computer to see the garbage pails all over the mall, because they could see everything. They know who picked up the garbage, when they picked up the garbage. Insanity. Gustavo said to me, I'm sorry. The garbage was picked up and it was already delivered downstairs to the compactor. I said, get your supervisor on the phone. We'll go into the compactor. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm from New York. All right? What the fuck? A compactor. You could have a door. You throw the garbage in. My fucking money is sitting on top. We'll reach it. We'll get it out. Call your supervisor. He calls Elliot. Gustavo's on the phone with Elliot. I'm like, Gustavo, talk louder. Gustavo says to me, how much money was inside? Was it in an envelope? I said, no, Gustavo, it was cash. I said it was cash. Okay, calm down. I wasn't calm anymore. I was irate. These fucking clothes cost double. I spent $650. I lost $650. I didn't have the money. What do I do? Sam, how do I pay the rent? So I'm going to wash windows on the way home. You guys have been fantastic. I'm not going anywhere else with this tonight. You can catch me, Carrie Fab, at Instagram, Facebook. Not yet, Sam. Tomorrow I'm meeting with Dizzy, Izzy, Lizzy. My girl's friend.
Jazzy.
Jazzy the Wazzy. She texted me back. You know Jazzy?
No, they're new.
She is cool. You'll meet her. She goes, arigato, thank you so much for coming tonight. I got you. Show's on me. I got no cash. I'm good. WFAB, we're out.
Okay, you're going to put that back in that.
Be careful.
Now, I think that was great, actually. And I think that you handled it well. And it was so real for you because it just happened and you were in the fucking moment and it wasn't made up.
I'd make up a thing.
No.
I wanted to tell you we found the money so bad.
Did you go back to the compactor?
He wouldn't let me.
Why?
They wouldn't let me. So I have to send I could have kept going here, but I don't know if you were working the light or not.
Tell me what happened.
I have to send an email to the management. They're going to send an email to the people that pick up the trash, and now it's up to them. They won't. They have rules.
Wait a minute. We're ready to try to help him get this compactor together. And what else would you have done? What else would you have done tonight that you wanted to add on?
I was ready to take a dive. Right into the fucking trash. Because I'm a trash man.
And you're a New Yorker, born and bred in New York, right?
And now for my routine. I'm just kidding.
Just do a little bit. Come on.
I can't. You know, October 6, 2023, I landed at LAX. My car was here already. I shipped it. I got into my car, and I was going to my new apartment, but then I got on the 5, the 10, the 15, the 610, the 710. I got on all these fucking highways, and next thing I knew, it said, welcome to San Diego. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm in San Diego? I wanted to go to Marina Del Rey. It was right next to the airport. I'm so confused. So I turned around, and I followed a different route back. You're right, I was in Vegas. How did you know? Tokyo! How did you know I was in fucking Vegas? There was the MGM and Caesars, and I was looking for a job, and it wasn't happening. So I got back on the highway, and I went through the desert, and my teeth were fucking killing me. I needed a dentist so bad. And what I found out in LA is health care is for free. Free, and we like that. So I called up and I said I need a dentist, and they told me to go to UCLA Medical. It's on my health plan. It's a good thing to know. Don't ever go. I go over to UCLA, my first appointment. I say to the lady at the desk, I'm here to have my teeth extracted. She goes, take the elevator down to the basement. What did you say? Take the elevator down to the basement. Basement. So now I have to go down to the basement to get my teeth pulled. Unbelievable. I met Dr. Parker. He came out to greet me. He brought me in the back. He was my friend. And all I heard were fucking people screaming because it was a dental school. UCLA Dental School for people that want to just touch and probe and pull and stick you with needles. And that's what happened. The doctor came in, and of course, you know, you had a cavity. You had a cavity in your life. You know, they stick needles in your mouth, but they stuck a needle in my mouth, and the doctor said, did it hurt? He stuck another needle in my mouth. He said, did it hurt? And yeah, that's all I could do. I was numbing up, and my lip was, you know how that goes. You start to dribble on yourself, Sam. You know the routine. The third needle goes in the fourth needle. He goes, does that hurt? I said, fuck, it hurts. And I took my elbow, and I hit him right in the fucking nuts. And I said, he basically said to me, just watch out, dude. So, he starts to yank on the tooth, and I was there for like 15 minutes, I swear to you, on my life. This is what it sounded like. And I started to fucking cry. It hurt so much. And the tooth wasn't moving because you could feel it. They have a clamp on the tooth and the yin and yang, and it was fucking stop. And they were going and stop. And they were going. They didn't get to tooth out. The next doctor had to come in, and he yanked it out. And that was only the right side of my mouth. I had one on the left side of my mouth that had to come out too, and they said, "Are you ready for the left side?" And I said, "Fuck no, I'm out of here." That's all I got for you. You guys have been awesome. Thanks so much. I'm Fab, Carrie Fab. You can find me everywhere.
Yes, on all platforms. Now that you're a big shot.
No, gotta go find my money.
You'll go find your money. The bad luck went to the money. That's where the bad luck went.
That's great.
Right? Maybe next time we'll see if you know what time it is. Time to get a new watch, so you can be here on time instead of looking for money. That's okay. That was a good excuse. Don't worry, I'm not going to hold you on to any dental jokes because back in the day I didn't go to dental schools. I just went with the dentist. It was so much easier. So much easier. Because a lawyer won't do anything for you. Seriously. You want to get something notarized, it's just like, wah! All right. Why I like his energy is he's a New Yorker, and just to hear him talk about all these streets here is exactly what every New Yorker is thinking, because this is the other thing. They'll say, you'll go to the southeast side of the street. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I just realized that. I thought it was my hair at first. I thought I had my little hair on. And so you guys that are watching, I did not have a lobotomy, not yet. And I meant to keep my hat on. But you make sure that you keep tuning in, because if people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you'll never know until you take it from the page to the stage. And we look forward to seeing you on September 17th for our free acting workshop. If you have any other questions, you can go to the filmactorscafe.com, am I correct? Or our website, which is LA School of Comedy. And that's it. Little tickle for your giggle. My name is Sunda Cruz.